Well, it's an old theater, the last great movie palace between Seattle and Vancouver.
It rises like a mountain in the center of town.
I think it's pretty grand. Really like it.
A piece of Bellingham's history that refuses to die.
It's been amazing, preserved over the years.
Though some residents might wish the thing that lives inside the newly renovated Mount Baker Theater would die.
No, it was bigger than a rat.
Workers at the Mount Baker say they've seen ghosts here, like the time Maureen Ware saw something unearthly freeze by her.
Twice I was over here in the theater during the daytime, and I was standing at a snack bar down in the lobby, and I was all alone, and I saw out of the corner of my eye something, this dark shadow scampering across the floor.
Or the time house manager Margaret Mackay came face to face with a ball of energy.
It's a small ball of light that just moves like this and then dashes away and is gone.
Or the time guest house manager Hank Schering closed the theater after a late night showing, only to hear a noise he'll never forget.
And I had gone down aisle 4 and checked the door, and it was okay. And I came back through the lobby, and I got to aisle 3, and I heard this ungodly noise coming out of the theater. I have no idea what it was. It was kind of a rocky, throaty noise, as though someone or something were being strangled.
But what haunts the theater is as varied as the witnesses who felt it. Maureen believes it could be the spirit of her son Michael, a theater employee in love with the building.
After he died, I was in here at a performance one night, and I felt a little tugging right up here in my hair. And I thought, oh, it's Michael.
Margaret believes it's an impish woman named Judy, who may have lived on the site long before the theater was even built. This may be a ghostly picture of her.
I think she's nice. I don't think she's malicious, but I think she does like to tease, especially the men that are here alone.
Others believe it's the spirit of the theater's architect walking the aisles. Whoever's right, all agree something strange is going on at the Mount Baker, and they've invited us to bring along a dowser to get to the bottom of it.
May I, should I douse for the ghost in this building right now?
Who or what lives here? What does it want? And will it leave? The answers lie in the hands of dowser Pat Delafield.
Dowsing is the ability to ask a question and then have the energy come through and you get a response with your crystal or whatever you have in your hand.
A crystal like this, along with this chart, help the dowser interpret answers to yes, no, or numerical questions.
I'm asking how many entities, what you call ghosts, are living in this building right now.
Where the crystal goes, nobody knows.
1, 2, 3, and it stops at 3.
3 ghosts could mean that all the workers here are right about who haunts the Mount Baker. It seems like a certainty until Pat breaks the news. None of them is right.
She says, no, darling.
No.
Seems the ghostly trio of 2 women and a younger man is led by a glamour queen of the 50s.
No, her name isn't Judy.
But there's more. Pat discovers scores of entities come in and out of the theater through a supernatural portal deep within the far end of the stage.
It seems to be a fairly large circle right here.
The ghosts come and go as part of a ghostly acting troupe, which may explain another recent strange occurrence here. Once, before a movie showing, a projectionist spliced together a film with a trailer for National Velvet. Somehow, the trailer mysteriously got turned around.
And Elizabeth Taylor was riding across the proscenium arch of the Baker upside down or backwards.
But was that the work of ghosts?
When National Velvet was playing, was that a movie that was interfering with your production? That's an absolute strong yes. It was like, what are you doing here?
Seems the ghosts don't like movies, especially when they conflict with their own ghostly productions.
Do you want to stay in this building? Okay, that's a yes.
Now the tough part. The ghosts want to stay. But is this theater big enough for both mortal and immortal to share?
I sometimes have reservations.
And what are they?
But because of the way it makes me feel when I'm here. You know,
And how do you
it's
feel?
an eerie feeling, and I don't want it to be a blot on the theater as far as the success of the theater goes.
This is the part when Pat normally performs an exorcism. But after much debate, the men and women who refurbished the Mount Baker decide their otherworldly guests can stay.
I want them to feel welcome if they want to stay.
And I was really tickled to hear that the ghost knows my son. I think that's really neat, and I'm willing to share him.
I just hope they go on helping us the way they have been.
I feel that it's absolute confirmation of what I felt all those years when we were fighting to save the theater, that, you know, there was a higher power that was guiding it.
So if you're ever in Bellingham and you're drawn inside the Mount Baker, the chill you feel may not be the action on the stage, or even a draft. It may be part of the Northwest history coming to life.